Hello friends and welcome back for another video here on my YouTube channel. This is Cassie. Today we're continuing on with like a day 2 using the new Catherine Pooler inks, and these are so beautiful. These are the date night inks. I talked about them yesterday, but I just think they're so gorgeous, and you can see the colors up there on the screen. We're going to continue using them, and we're also going to use this stamp set again. This is called the Hey There Dumpling stamp set. I used that yesterday, and so we'll use it again today. And this time we're going to do a little ink blending. It's one of my favorite things to do with these inks other than just stamp, because to be honest with you, actually stamping is my favorite thing. These inks work so beautifully for stamping, and so today we're going to do some ink blending. So I am taking a Pink and Main ergonomic blending brush, and I'm just grabbing some of that color. This color is the Chiffon. That's one of the new colors, and I am blending up kind of an ombre look is what we're going for here. But I just wanted to focus on doing some ink blending. Yesterday I did some ink smushing and we did some stamping, but it shows the versatility of these inks. Now I've put down some drive in and some pucker up, and I splattered that all over that card panel, and now we're going to move on to doing some stamping. I'm going to grab in almost all of the colors. I think I grabbed all of them but one. So this first color is the Cummerbund, and we're using that to stamp out our soy sauce bottle. So I love the puns. I love punny anything, and the fact that this one is all sushi just makes me so happy. I can't remember the last time I actually had sushi because, you know, all the sushi places are not necessarily closed, but we haven't been eating out much in the last year, and I am not about to try and learn how to make sushi on my own. I'll make all kinds of other things, but sushi is one I just don't think that I don't think I can do it. All right, so we stamped out our fortune cookie, and we used our Catching Rays ink for that one. Now we're going to stamp out a dumpling using the Do-Si-Do. And then we're going to stamp out one of the sushi rolls using the Drive In. And don't you just love how those inks kind of blend on top of each other? So when I use that Cummerbund, I think I'm saying it wrong, Cummerbund. When I used that ink and then I stamped the Drive In over the top of it, it just looks really, really pretty. We're going to do more layering with these because we're also going to stamp faces over all of these. You obviously don't have to stamp faces, but if it comes with little faces, why not? All right, so we're going to stamp a few more of the little rolls. There's even little two-step stamping that you can do with some of these. We'll stamp that one out again using this color that is called In the Park. We also are going to stamp out like the little top of the little salmon bits or the tuna, whatever you want to call it. And that's also using the Do-Si-Do. And then just some last little bits here before we start stamping any of the faces. And there are two faces in this set. And those two faces, one is kind of like squinting, like he's smiling so much his little eyes are closed, and the other one is just a smiley face. And I love them both, but this one just cracks me up because he's so cute. And I also love that you could make cheeks, which I absolutely had to do. So I'm stamping out their little faces on there, and then I'll grab the little cheeks, make sure that they're spaced well enough, and then I'll grab the pucker up ink, and I'll stamp out their little cheeks using that. This way it'll just blend nicely on top of not only the Do-Si-Do, but all the other colors. It even looks pretty decent on that Drive In. Now I'm going to take the matching dies that go with these, and I'll run this through my die cutting machine. You'll notice I did stamp out another little soy sauce bottle. He's going to go on the inside of the card, but I love having matching dies to go with all of these little cuties. I will tell you, with the little fortune cookie, I went ahead and just stamped the fortune cookie and didn't stamp the paper that goes with it. I cut out the fortune cookie with the matching die, and then now I'm going to take the paper that you can use with it and I'll stamp that on top. You could leave it plain like this and it would just look like white papers coming out of it, but I do decide to bring in the Do-Si-Do. I'm going to stamp that on top. It's just easier to die cut it first and then stamp after. It's just easier to do so. And then I'll stamp the little sentiment on top that goes XOXO. I thought that was adorable. And now we're going to stamp out our sentiment, which they all crack me up, but this one especially, you're all that in dim sum. I mean, that is hilarious. Oh my goodness. So yeah, now for the inside of our card, we're going to stamp "I'm soy into you," and we'll take our little soy sauce bottle and we'll glue it right next to there. How cute is that? It's just, it's too much. It's too cute. I love it. And we'll glue that down. And there are a few hearts in this stamp set, so I'm going to take the two smaller ones and I'll stamp those using that Do-Si-Do ink. Just stamp this one on there, and then the tinier one, we'll stamp that a couple more times as well. But I do love that there are a few different sizes of hearts in this set. That one's a really, really tiny one. And now we have to assemble the front of our card. So I'm going to use a few little foam squares on the back of a few of these. So for our soy sauce bottle, we're doing it on him. We're also going to put it on the back of our fortune cookie because he's kind of in the forefront. And then we'll cut this one down and put that across the paper. And then we'll attach that down. And then we're going to use some liquid glue on some of the little sushi that sits in the back. How cute are they? They're so happy. And then we'll just keep gluing. I will use a foam square for my little dumpling because he's in the front as well. And then we'll use our liquid glue to attach down this little roll, which now I really want sushi. All right, and now we have to attach that to our card base. So I'm just going to use that same liquid glue to attach the card panel down to the card base. And once that is on there, that's going to finish off our card for today. I just think this is so much fun. So do head to my description box down below and it'll have a link to my Instagram for a chance to win a prize. You're going to want to head there, and there's instructions on my Instagram page if you see this card to go ahead and do that. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And as always, I will see you very soon in another video. Bye everybody.